Do you have any plans to do more comedies in the future?
Oh, please, more comedies, please, my way, I'm ready. I'm so sick of this boys club. Every day is payday.
You don't connect well with men. Just stay in your lane.
I don't trust women who don't get dudes. Like I don't trust a man with no eyebrows and too many keys.
You are so good in this.
Thank
you need
you.
to do all of the comedy movies, I'm convinced. So I'm curious, did you improv at all, or was most of that the script?
I improv a lot, but a lot of it was the script. But when you're in a scene with a bunch of comedians and they're going off the cuff, then you gotta roll with the punches, you know. And I'm really good at improving, so.
If Lucille Ball and Will Smith had a baby, it would be Taraji.
What's going on in his head? What, my ass doesn't look good in this skirt?
Given the current climate, it feels inappropriate for me to comment on your body.
Brandon?
Tight as a snare drum, you could bounce a quarter off that thing.
She makes everybody else look good because she is not only like insanely talented and funny and just beyond brilliant, she's great to work with.
Yeah, she's a force. That girl is a force. And I'm pretty sure that I owe my job to her because Adam, our director, Adam Shankman, it was like, hey, you know, what do you think about Aldis? She's like, hip, yep, do it, let him do it. But yeah, no, she's insanely talented. I'm loving the fact that people get to see her in a comedic space really kind of for the first time, you know, especially with such a heavy load to carry. And she carries it like nobody's business.
Holy crap, can you hear my inner thoughts?
I can hear your inner thoughts. There was that psychic. She gave me this tea.
And you drank it?
She said to.
I thought black people stopped drinking tea after Get Out.
We always made sure that we got the script as written because, like, you're supposed to do that. And the script was really good for the movie. That's why everybody did it, because the script was good. There was a lot of freedom because a lot of what happens in the movie happens inside people's heads.
Right.
And so, as a result, we just wanted a lot of reactivity. You don't want to, like, put them in verbal handcuffs.
Adam Shankman, he allowed us to, there was a structure we had to stick to, of course, but after he got what he needed, he was like, go for it, just go off. And I love that about him.
He gave us all those tools, and we used them. The readings were improv, all of them.
Where did you find her?
Facebook. I can help you. Why don't we have some tea?
This smells like dirt.
Oh, that's just jasmine tea. If you don't count the weed and the peyote and the crack.
Was there anything that got a little too raunchy to include? that you
Everything
remember?
Tracy Morgan.
Yes. Tracy Morgan.
Anything Tracy Morgan.
Anything, everything, in between takes. I mean, he is hilariously spontaneous as a comedian, as an actor, as a person.
I don't blush easy. And I was like, what the hell?
The
did he
things
just say?
that go on in that in
Do
his
I even
head
wanna
that he
know
was saying,
specifics?
you don't want to know. But
I
it's
can't
fun. It's
say.
great, and it's like, you know what? It's refreshing to have somebody that is like, you know, no filter, honest, but not in a mean way. You know what I mean? Just
He's the
funny.
most unmean. He's
Absolutely.
incredibly kind and sweet and self-effacing and everything, but it's just like, you know, it's sort of like, I've worked with Chris Walken before, and it's the same thing. Like, you sort of like push him in front of the camera and go like, let's see what happens.
I learned on SNL, if you're going to improvise, it better work. But, you know, when you have great writing, you don't have to do much. You add your little 2 cents, and we have fun. Well, all the improv that came was from fun.
I'm gonna freeze my sperm and have baby ice cubes.
For either of you, was there a line or anything in particular that you remember that didn't make it into the final film that you wish would have?
There was a joke on set that we all really enjoyed that did not make it into the movie. It was a Call Me By Your Name reference that the joke was Call Me By Your Name of God, and it didn't make perfect sense, and it didn't work in the movie. But man, it was funny at the moment.
What I was hearing from Adam and from James Lopez, there was so much funny. They didn't know how to keep it all in there, so that's how the readings ended up in the the end of the movie. And there are some bonus features once you get into the DVD and Blu-rays and all that later on.
You can buy that for $9.99.
But it's just a great movie, and there was so many great things captured. You couldn't fit it all in there. Some things
That's what
had
she
to go.
said.
Oh, hello, welcome back, Miss Davis. Thank God this one didn't die on me. Starting today, no more drinking at work.
Hey, that's too much information.
I didn't say anything.
If you guys could read minds, how would you use that gift?
I just want to help Melania. So I feel like if I could get in there and I just want to help her. That's all.
I need to read Machines and not Minds so I can win that lotto.
See?
To save the world. To stop us from becoming a heat ball, to save the environment. I'm meant for justice for all. I want humanity to make it, so that's what I would use my powers for.
I think that would be dangerous. I don't want to know what nobody's thinking. What you need to be in there for?
You ever been with your wife and just be like, babe, what you want to eat? You hungry? She's like, yeah. What you want to eat? You pick. That's not what I asked you. What you want to eat? Yeah, you can use it there. Because women drive men crazy with that. Help us, please.
I'm guilty of that, so I can't.
See? And you know what you want to eat when your man asks. You know. And you just sitting there like, I like Chinese, but I'm going to see if he can get it. No, you see?
Can you imagine being able to hear? I don't know. I don't want that. And
tsunami.
women don't want that. Like this thing, like, oh, I wish I could know what men were thinking. No, you don't. No, you don't. I promise you. That's not what you want.
No, it's inside here. It's like a tsunami, inside an earthquake, inside a forest fire, inside of a lightning storm, and
sounds tragic, my friend.
It's that's going on, and then when that's not what's happening, it sounds like this.
I think Adam's therapist needs a therapist. That's what I think. That is scary. All that.
I know my therapist. Actually, I do.
I don't know if I would want to read minds, really, anymore. You know what I mean? Because you used to read it when you're sneaking in them emails, text messages and things, but you always find what you don't want to find, because what has been seen cannot be unseen. After I read some of those text messages and emails, every time you see them, you want to hit them upside the head with a urinal. And a urinal, because it's hard enough, but it still will break on somebody's head. You know what I mean? Oh, yes.
This is a version of Mel Gibson's role. If you guys could see Mel Gibson try to portray a role that Taraji has previously portrayed, what would you?
Baby boy.
Black
I want to
Snake
see him.
No, I'm kidding. No, sorry.
Hustle and
Flow. Wow.
As a prostitute, as a pregnant
I want him as a pregnant prostitute.
Singing.
Yeah.
I want to see him as Tyrese's baby mama, dodging bullets in South Central and Baby Boy. That's the role.
I don't know. It's either Hustle and Flow or Cookie Line.
Cookie. And it would be quite entertaining.
Mouthy. They're both mouthy.
Yeah, well, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, let's see if you guys can make that happen.
Oh,
I would
boy.
watch it.
I don't know. I'm going to stick with
approach.
what men want, too.
Are there plans for a sequel?
I don't know. You know what? We got to see what happens with this one, right? I don't know if you take this story, continue with some stories like lend themselves into, and I think you definitely are invested in her character. But it's so much about the conceit of the gift that she has.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do.
I don't know. I mean, I've weirdly had some thoughts.
The kid gets the gift.
I've weirdly had some thoughts, but I don't know why. Because I don't think in sequel terms, even though I should, since I'm a producer too. I'm supposed to think like that, but I wasn't the producer on this, so I sort of like, what do you guys think? But in my head, I've been thinking of some things.
Have you? Oh, well, there you go. I didn't even know that. So now that's a little sneak peek.
Well, that's all they do. They just sort of, they're always like, well, if it works, maybe we'll do a sequel. And I'm like, but the sequel could be put it this way, sisters involved.
Amazing! This movie obviously has a lot of great comedic moments, but it deals with actual social and cultural issues that are really relevant right now. So what do you hope that people take away from it?
I hope people take away that it's a real issue out here about women getting paid equally and being paid fairly. It's not just a hashtag for the moment. This is a real issue that we've been dealing with for a very long time, and hopefully if we continue making movies, if we continue making noise about it, one day it won't be an issue. And hopefully this is the beginning of that. Hopefully people of power will come and see this movie and be like, hey, I can do something about that. So that's what I hope. That's always my hope when I do a film, that someone is changed or touched in a positive way.
Time to break that glass ceiling.
This is not a curse. This is a gift.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me.
Who are you?
I hope it's okay I borrowed your mask. Welcome to Wakanda.
Close your mouth. Don't breathe. Don't say nothing.
Think about what you're trying